Welcome to Earthly Reads, a My Cup of Earth production. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between two great mountains, there lived an enchanted forest where wildflowers bloomed in every color of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. In this enchanting place, the villagers made their homes from delicate branches of trees that stretched towards the sky like slender arms embracing each other. Among these charming dwellings, one family stood out for its kindness and love for nature. In a cozy little cottage made of petals and twigs, lived a wise old owl named Olwen. Her feathers were as white as freshly fallen snow, and her eyes twinkled like the brightest starlight on a clear night. She loved nothing more than watching the sunset over the forest and dreaming of stories to be told by the stars come morning. Her home was filled with all sorts of wonders: baskets overflowing with fresh berries, shiny pebbles polished by the river water, and intricate wooden carvings that held secrets of the seasons. But among her belongings, one thing stood tall above everything else: a beautifully crafted wooden birdhouse adorned with flowers, leaves, and vines. It was here that she would welcome any lost travelers who dared to enter the village seeking refuge and guidance. One afternoon, a young girl named Luna wandered into town while searching for a place to rest after a long day spent exploring. As she strolled down the winding path, the scent of honey and baking wafted through the air, making her stomach growl with hunger. The townsfolk greeted her warmly and invited her into the local bakery, where Mrs. Thompson baked the most scrumptious treats anyone had ever seen. Among the pastries, a particularly delicious-looking tart caught Luna's eye. It smelled like lavender fields on a sunny summer evening and felt just right for a sleepy afternoon treat. As she waited for Mrs. Thompson to finish baking, Olivia smiled warmly at Luna. "Hello, dear child," said Mrs. Thompson with a warm smile. "What brings you to our humble village today? Are you tired?" Quote. Luna described how her long walk had left her feeling drained, but Olivia nodded kindly. "Sometimes when we're weary, the world can seem too big, don't you think?" She winked at Luna and handed her a steaming hot slice of tart. As they sat together by the firelight in the bakery's cozy room, munching on crusty bread and enjoying the sweetness of caramelized apples, Olwen appeared in her usually reserved demeanor, fluttering onto the scene with her grandfather's old lantern shining bright outside the window. The atmosphere in the bakery instantly grew softer and sweeter. The flames danced higher in excitement, casting shadows on walls painted with colors ranging from sapphire skies to terracotta earth tones. For the first time, the aroma of new bread mingling with the savory smell of cookies brought smiles spreading across the faces. Mrs. Thompson noticed the change in atmosphere and asked quietly about Luna's condition, sensing something unusual yet intrigued. That moment gave rise to curiosity. As they listened to tales about this curious traveler and the kind soul in her heart who wanted peace, they began to see connections everywhere. Meanwhile, amidst the warmth and laughter around them, Olwen began sharing whispers of ancient wisdom hidden within the ancient stones of the forest near Olwen's home. With her wing gently tilting back and forth, listening carefully to everyone's tales of wonder, stories that echoed deep within her became intertwined threads weaving a rich tapestry of meaning. They learned about hidden streams flowing underground beneath the moonlit darkness and hidden meadows dotted with stars. Stories shared between travelers along the winding road led them away to hidden places not meant for sight, so full of mysteries waiting to be discovered. At times, a subtle language whispered through secret caves hidden behind gnarled oak trees, echoing echoes of what once lay beyond those unknown corners. These discoveries came naturally to Luna. Being born of her own curiosity, she turned to people, then animals, and finally to nature itself in pursuit of mystery. Olwen leaned softly beside Luna during evenings gathered nearby rivers and listening to crickets, singing lullabies sung beneath silent sunsets, painting pictures without words and bringing images, dancing across the dreamscape as if beckoning Luna closer. Eventually, it happened suddenly, as Luna drifted off to sleep under open windows and quiet breeze sweeping by the garden door. It was then that Olwen settled beside Luna and wrapped her gentle wings against her shoulders as she gently croaked, "Moonbeam kisses soothe my fears. My dearest, let go of worries about tomorrow." With her eyes fixed upon a crescent moon glowing softly, Olwen guided Luna's gaze upwards, observing the way light broke up silver hues into the sky during dawn's pre-dawn hours, gradually releasing sunlight into tiny rays scattered like sparkles and reflecting the dance of life below. But just then, a mysterious noise rose, rustling through dry leaves in the distance. As Olivia closed her ears tightly shut to keep her friend asleep peacefully, the sound of rushing water grew louder until, when the tree branches started swaying slightly, strong and unyielding waves washed ashore that swept up dust and wind-kissed treasures carrying forgotten wishes carried on the tide. These objects were placed delicately set aside on sandy beaches at dusk as shells cast seaweed like driftwood, shimmering glistening crystals falling smoothly onto the beach. As twilight descended upon the quiet night, Luna stirred from her slumber with growing realization. An invisible voice spoke low and whisper quiet through the murmuring seagulls overhead. It seemed the creatures kept returning their gaze toward Olwen and Moonbeat, rhythm beating, heartbeats intertwining, sounds like symphony under rain showers pounding to music. Suddenly, the sound halted exactly at Luna standing alone facing the ocean wave washing over shore. And with silence breaking space, the creature transformed and took form before the pair. Luna spotted daffodils, flowers she cherished the same as the wildflower house her mother once tended with the most care in the very woods where friends awaited. Knowing now that some paths lead to magic living alongside the land's heartbeat. And so, under the gentle glow of the night sky, every heart felt calm and safe as dreams carried them away. They lived happily ever after. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.